Have you ever watched your child melt down over something that doesn't seem very hard? Homework, cleaning their room, trying something new? Parents often think their child's being dramatic or lazy, but many times the problem is this: your child doesn't feel capable. In positive discipline, one of the core motivations behind behavior is the desire for competence. Kids want to believe, I can do hard things, I can figure it out, I'm capable. When kids feel capable, they keep trying. But when they start believing they can't succeed, behavior changes quickly. And that's when you see frustration, avoidance, and even emotional explosions. Adults often underestimate how uncomfortable it feels for kids to believe they can't do something. Imagine being asked to do a task where you feel completely unsure. You'd probably feel embarrassed, overwhelmed, frustrated, afraid of getting it wrong. Kids experience those same feelings, but they often don't yet have the emotional skills to express them calmly. So instead of saying, I don't feel ready for this, they say things like, I hate this, I'm not doing it, this is stupid, or they melt down. Once a child starts believing they're bad at something, their brain starts protecting them from failure. That protection can look like avoiding the task, quitting early, pretending they don't even care, getting angry. If they refuse the task, they don't have to risk failing. So the behavior isn't always about the task itself. It's about protecting their sense of competence. Parents almost never intend to do this, but a few common habits can make kids feel less capable. Fixing things too quickly. When adults step in and solve problems, kids don't get to practice figuring them out. Expecting adult-level performance. Children are learning skills. Imperfection is part of the process. Focusing only on mistakes. If feedback is almost always correction, kids start associating effort with criticism. Over time, they just begin to think, I'm just bad at this. Children develop confidence through experience, not through lectures. A few things help out a lot. Letting kids struggle. Struggle is part of learning. When children solve problems themselves, confidence grows. Break big tasks into smaller ones. Sometimes the problem isn't ability, it's overwhelm. Small steps make success possible. Focus on effort and progress. Instead of evaluating the child, notice the process. For example, I saw you keep trying when it got really hard. That reinforces the identity of someone who persists. One of the things I help parents build is a home environment where kids are expected to grow in capability, but also well supported as they learn. When children are trusted through responsibility and guided through challenges, competence develops naturally. When a child believes, I can handle this, you see very different behavior. They try more, they complain less, they persist longer. Because competence actually changes how the brain approaches challenge. Instead of fear, the child feels confidence. And confident children cooperate much more easily. So the next time your child melts down over something difficult, try asking a different question. Not, why are they being so dramatic? But, do they believe they can succeed at this? Because when children start believing they're capable, their behavior changes dramatically. If you're raising kids ages 4 to 12 and want to build confidence, responsibility, and cooperation at home, follow along. In this series, we're unpacking the real motivations behind kids' behaviors so parents can lead with clarity instead of constant frustration.